Hello friends, and welcome back to another episode of my commentary. So, today, we're heading off for the year 2002. It's Ratchet and Clank for some point. Still living the battle, huh? That's definitely a legacy. Back to the future, huh? Still living on the planet now.
There's no denying that both of these games have been lauded in the past, but which series is
There's
remembered most
no need
fondly
in the
today?
future for some point.
The Jak and Daxter series was critically acclaimed upon their respective releases.
That's
But
cool,
its audiences
huh?
alike praising
You
its
like
gorgeous
that
graphics,
one.
memorable storyline, and varied gameplay.
Still living the video games this time?
When Jak 3
You
capped
gotta
off the
take a
original
flick
trilogy
on
in
that.
2004, it sent the series off in style, as its production values and exciting gameplay
Still
were
living in
highly
dead,
praised among others.
Vodka. I'd sell penalty to you.
There has been little life in the series since, but that's
Ooh,
not really a
I
bad
wonder
thing.
supposed
By
to
bowing
get
out
in the
gracefully and
future for
deciding not to continue
some
the series.
exactly
Naughty Dog
that
has
the
cemented
point's
games as
all
some of
about.
the best on the PlayStation 2.
You like
and the
that,
series
huh?
never really had a chance to become stale.
Daxter, don't thank me. I'm only here because you wouldn't last a second without me.
While the original Ratchet and Clank trilogy are some of the greatest games of the PlayStation 2 era, there's no denying that
That's
this
exactly
series has
more
waned
like
in recent
it.
years, despite the positive critical response of the
That's-
future series.
Let's chill it out, huh?
Plumbers don't just go diving down strange pipes.
Well,
all
there's a
willy-nilly.
plumber, huh?
That'd be ridiculous.
I wonder
That is,
supposed to
until
be
the
a next
2016 remake
Skyny,
helped breathe new life into the
Pixar
series,
edition.
becoming the fastest-selling game
Hold
of the
on, let me
entire
second.
franchise, tripling the first week sales of A Crack in Time, the previous record holder.
You see that card? That's my like it on Valentine's Day. Next year.
Up and
You
down.
get that,
Well,
huh?
ultimately, the reboot was also used to promote and set
I guess
up
that's
the
a pretty
Ratchet
much
movie
exactly
that
trying
released a few
out.
weeks later, that film was a critical failure and bombed at the box office.
Boo!
How am I doing? While the Ratchet and Clank series is still ongoing, it's not as strong as it used to be. Naughty Dog did the right move in bowing out before interest began to wane.
Still got the
Sometimes it's best to
PlayStation
end on a
mode
high note.
this time.
Winner, Jak and Daxter.
Looks like you've won a few races.
Still takes the lead,
Isn't it
huh?
true the city champion gets to tour the palace?
Round 2, Combat.
Still living in combat? They're having a fight?
No platforming series is complete without some combat, and these games certainly deliver in that.
That's exactly how you... Oh, what?
The first Ratchet and Clank laid the groundwork for the series with its
Prepare to die!
But it was the second entry when the series
They're
really hit
fighting
stride,
robots.
introducing a whopping
Like
18
anyhow,
more
huh?
Weapons and the growth bar, allowing players to customize and upgrade their favorites.
You like sheep? Some
Also,
fighting. Do you know what
the
these
Clank,
exactly
you can
looks
control
like?
gadget bots to attack enemies.
I tell you, it's a quick
Many
behavior
games also
now.
feature arena battles and aerial fights in space, giving the whole series a much welcome sense of variety and scope.
Water transport down.
Whoever's doing heroic things up there, this is our turf.
Jak and Daxter plays much the same ways in terms of combat. Jak can attack enemies.
That's
with
a
his punching,
combat, you
and he also
know,
comes
is
equipped
that
with a spinning
man,
attack.
That's still good amazing.
The games also feature echoes, which give Jak different abilities in combat, like dealing more damage and giving him access to fire. They also give Jak weapon mods, such as a faster rate of fire and longer range.
That's against the
In The
fights.
Last Frontier, the final game of the series, aerial combat is also
Wow,
introduced.
I know
although
that's
this is
weapon,
with a mixed
So
effect.
I know it's gotta make you, reminds me of Star Wars, huh? Still a good
While
destruction.
Jak comes equipped with his own special
I
firepower,
know that.
Ratchet wins this round due to the sheer variety.
I
He
know
has
that.
melee moves and a wide variety of customizable
Why
weapons,
is there any
many of
kind
which
of
are really funny and
screws
pretty original too.
in this game? But you know exactly that screws coming out for
The
money
aerial
like
and arena
dollars
battles
or
only
something?
add to the scope of the games, giving them an edge in this
That
category
sorta looks
against
like
the
a
more
ship,
straightforward Jak
but
and
nowhere
Daxter.
to down.
Winner, Ratchet and Clank.
That hits the spots.
Round 3, characters.
Characters.
What, old man? Are you gonna keep yapping? Or are you gonna help me out of this mess?
That's
The
crazy
two main characters of
talking.
the Ratchet and Clank series are Well, can you guess?
Interesting.
Yay!
Ratchet is a Lombax, and Clank is a robot created in a war factory. But they make a fantastic
Well,
team like PB
a
and J.
critter and a robot.
No, that is what I said.
Fine.
Fine.
The Cowardly Quark is also a mainstay in the series, first appearing as a villain before becoming a bumbling and
Definitely
goofy
a
sidekick.
weapon.
Dr. Nefarious also acts as the primary antagonist of the series, a stereotypical Bond villain.
That's a villain for an
You're
animal.
nothing but a pathetic sidekick.
The character known as the Plumber also makes random appearances, providing the titular duo with advice and tools. We also can't forget
That's more
Ratchet's
like
love
it.
interest, Sasha and Talwyn. They're all interesting characters that fit nicely into the lore of the series.
Still
There are,
got
of course,
alien
many more, but we're pressed
species.
for time here.
Screw this
Still
stuff,
like it.
and the endorsement deal is off.
Because the Jack series is much more succinct, the characters are slightly more limited, but they're still memorable.
This is an outrage. I am outraged beyond words. Although I do have
A
something to say.
flying
Not
monkey?
everyone agrees with this
I think it's a macaw and a monkey.
There are, of course, Jack
That's
and
funny.
Daxter, the former being quiet, often moody, and morally complex, while Daxter is the more light-hearted of the two, often exaggerating stories and failing miserably to pick up the ladies.
Only a bird brain could have thought this one up.
To mention just a few others, there's Core,
That's
the Judas
still
Story,
got the others
and Baron
looking,
Praxis,
talking
the
about.
tyrannical and corrupted ruler of Haven City.
Today, your nerve and skill will be tested for our amusement.
And there is also
Doesn't he
Kira,
sound like
Dinosaur
Mr.
interest
Krabs
and
from
prominent female
SpongeBob?
character, providing Jack with many of his technological advances.
Their voices
Your friends need you. I need you.
While the Jack and Daxter series has more complex characters, Ratchet and Clank's characters are simply more fun.
That was close. Thanks.
My arm at least.
My deals is about that point.
There are
You know
more
what they
characters,
say,
which
huh?
gives a fantastic variety to the
That's-
story and the
that's
situation.
strange,
Not
you
to
know
mention that they
why?
are just plain better at times, especially for kids, than the brooding and dark characters of the Jack series.
I know that, but they don't.
It was a close one, but in the end, variety and accessibility win out in this round. Winner, Ratchet and Clank.
Still got the twos.
Just a teensy little rest.
Round 4.
Story.
I'm sorry about your father, Clank. I should have stopped Nefarious sooner.
It is all right, Ratchet.
Still living a time
Nefarious will
machine
pay
for
what he
son.
has done.
The
Exactly,
Ratchet and Clank
Dad.
series spans numerous games and console generations, and as such, its lore is more than a little sprawling.
That's it. This galaxy blows.
The first game sees the duo teaming up to save the galaxy from Chairman Drek, a fairly simple and straightforward idea. The second game sees Ratchet recovering the experiment
Like that
from the
one.
CEO of Megacorp. Ratchet and Clank proceed to go on various adventures, incling taking part in a blood sport, rescuing a girl
Like
from a
some
forgotten
kind of
race,
exactly
and
the
being the
aliens,
Kragmites
looks like.
supposedly responsible for the Lombax's extinction.
How fitting. The prince of the Kragmites and the son of the Lombaxes. On the very ground their ancestors last fought.
The stories are good and very imaginative, but they're also a little too episodic and spread a bit too thin. It's like a
Yeah,
TV show that
one.
has gone on for one season too long.
We'll be watching you.
Jack and Daxter provide stories in
So
space.
it really grew
The first
loud.
game sees Jack and company traveling for a cure to fix Daxter, who has been transformed into an ocelot.
Still got a weirdo
The
thing.
story really hits its stride in the sequel, when Jack is kidnapped and participates in the Dark Warrior program and battles the Metalhead Army.
Jack, it's me, Daxter.
Still like it
Completes the
anyways?
trilogy with a memorable
I guess it's a
action-packed
pretty
ending
much
with a
exactly
terrific
that
twist.
time, huh?
So for this round, the shorter, denser story and more morally complex
There is a
ideas
story
allow
you
the
think
Jack and
can
Daxter
tell
series
about
to come
that.
out on top and tie it up. Winner, Jack and Daxter.
Still taking the lead. Would you succeed?
Round 5, weapons and abilities.
Once again, you must test your fighting skills in the arena. Face down your fears, defeat those who oppose you, and we will see if your skills are of use to us.
The Ratchet and Clank series has long been known for its myriad of weapons. As previously mentioned, the second game introduced a host of original weapons to the already
Still
loaded
exactly
lineup
the
from
new
original,
weapons come
included
your
the
way.
Suck Cannon, a gun which sucked up enemies like a vacuum.
It's such more violent.
The weapons could only improve and grow in the sequels, with most of them being highly original and imaginative.
Still pretty much haunted this time.
The abilities of the duo are also no laughing matter. Clank even learns how to control
That's even
time
funnier
in later
than
installments,
thanks,
giving
did
players
you?
new and exciting ways to dispatch enemies, play with the environment,
Still
and solve
living
puzzles.
laughing to go.
Ratchet can also upgrade both himself and his weapons throughout the games, giving way more combat options.
Final digit of pi is
Clank? Clank, can you hear me?
Ratchet.
The games are packed to the brim with
Ratchet.
original and exciting weaponry, and the abilities are all
That's
extremely
just a
fun
little bit
and
critter this time.
That's not to say that Jack and Daxter
That's
don't
like a
have
science
special abilities.
fiction
As mentioned
story,
previously,
you
Jack
know?
can collect echoes, giving him different abilities like increased speed.
Still living in memories.
The sequel also
Sometimes a
introduced
good
the Morph Gun,
weapon
a multi-purpose firearm
isn't
with
enough
many different
time.
options and customizations. Jack can also turn into Dark and Light Jack, the former giving him increased power, and the latter giving him better defensive abilities. The third game introduces even more gunplay styles, but really it's nothing compared
That's
to the number of
more
guns
weapons
and variety
than
found
any
in the Ratchet and Clank
exists.
series. We have to give this round to Ratchet and Clank. The weapons are all fun, wacky, and innovative.
That's-
and come on, Clank
that's
can control
awesome.
time. There's kind of nothing more badass than that. Jack and Daxter just don't compare. Winner, Ratchet and Clank.
Wow. Ratchet and Clank is the winner.
Fred must be hungry.
Winning by a hair is Ratchet and Clank. While Jack and Daxter may feature a better storyline and may be remembered more fondly, there's no denying the sheer sense of fun that Ratchet and Clank brings to players.
Wow. That's definitely a breadwinner to me.
The sheer number of weapons, abilities, and combat choices blow Jack
That's-
out of the water.
that's
and the
gotta be
characters are
kicked off
fresh,
this
original,
time.
and very funny.
Am I glad you're here? You know who was a terrible sidekick. Some people just don't take on line of work seriously.
So, do you agree with our outcome?
Well, we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.